This guy's finished off the Monday, coaching some evening classes. It turned out really, really well. Everybody's working hard. We have some testing going on tomorrow, some weightlifting testing. But I'm still here at the gym, and it's about 7:20 right now. It's gonna take me about 20 minutes to get back home. And I know by the time I get there, Oliver, our little son, will probably be asleep. So it's definitely one of the downfalls of having your own business. And it's not a good thing, right? It's not like, oh, I'm just sacrificing and we're working so hard. It's something that as the business goes on, if we wanted to continue to be sustainable, not only for us, but for other coaches who come on board as well. And we have to make sure that they get that time. And I know that there will be some days where I may not be able to be there. I haven't seen my son all day today, so at all. And there may be days that happens, but it doesn't need to be a routine thing. So that's something that I have not been good about in creating the correct business environment where I can be home at least for wake up time or bedtime whenever he's going to sleep. And it's things that I don't think about. When I started this place, I didn't have a kid, right? But as things start to happen, different things in life start to happen, things start to change. So it's one of those things that as we grow and as we start to look for coaches, which is happening right now in the next few weeks, it's a reason. I want to be there to see my kid, and then hopefully in the future kids grow up. And I don't think it's going to be every single day I have to be there. That's not, there were times when my dad had to work overtime and he wasn't there. Nothing lost. I mean, I knew what he was doing. He was working hard for the family, and my dad and I have a very good relationship. But I want to be able to say, like, man, I'm going to be able to see my kids tonight. Or if we have other coaches, I want them to be able to say, hey, I can't work this time. Can another coach take it because my kid has something going on? So something we need to be better about doing, not only for ourselves, but for people who will work with us in the future. All right, I'm going to get home and see my wife. So at the beginning of this video, guys, I talk about getting home and not being able to see Oliver and him already being asleep. By the way, I'm trying to go run right now, but it's pouring down rain, so I'm just gonna let it calm down a little bit. But anyways, I get home that day, guys. I get home, and guess what? If you've seen some of the other episodes, I don't know actually if I talked about this, but our bathrooms, our pipes at our house had backed up, and we had poop and sewage coming up through the bathtub. It was terrible. So I get home, Oliver's already asleep. I get home to this. I had to go to Home Depot. I had to rent an auger, go to the house, clean out the pipes. Luckily, we were able to get it done pretty quickly. Go back to Home Depot, return it. By the time we're done, it's like 10 p.m. I still have to eat dinner, hang out with Cord a little bit. And during this whole thing, my dad actually went to Home Depot with me, and like I was so pissed at first, like, man, I gotta go. And like I'm cruising with my dad, going to pick up the auger, and it was kind of like, my dad was like, I'm sorry you gotta be up late, and blah, blah, and I was like, you know what? I'm just being a punk right now. Like, who cares? Yeah, I gotta be up a little bit later than normal. Like, I get to hang out with my dad right now. I get to learn how to use these different tools. Like, we get so caught up in things, and we think our time is so valuable. Everybody's like, our time is money. Like, our time is valuable if we can live in that moment. So just when you think sometimes, guys, like, oh, I don't get to see my kids that day, or something happened, like, there's always something else. There's always worse going on for other people, or maybe even yourself. Went to a funeral today, more of a ceremony. It's like people are going through some crazy shit. Like, we shouldn't expect ourselves and things to be perfect for any reason whatsoever. So as you run your business or you run your life, just remember that, like, things are gonna get really terrible, but there's always gonna be a backup every single time, a slope back up, and it's gonna come down again. But you just have to know how to live in those moments and be okay and accept those things. So that was our Monday. Tuesday yesterday, actually, yeah, yesterday was awesome. Testing went great. Man, thunder and lightning, crazy right now. Testing went great. Today's kind of like coming down from all of that. And then next week we will start some heavy breathing work. That's what we're gonna get into next. So we'll see you around the corner.